Welcome to the Global Skill Development Council, your gateway to digital transformation. We are an independent, vendor-neutral ISO IEC 1024 accredited certification body committed to helping individuals and organizations stay future-ready in a rapidly evolving world. GSDC is accredited by the Accreditation Board for International Certification Bodies, ABICB. For 10 years, we've certified more than 100,000 professionals across Europe, North America, Asia, and Africa, with our offices in Switzerland, the United States, and Singapore. Our programs are recognized by leading publications and podcasts, including Forbes, Tech Target, People Managing People. We offer 100-plus globally accredited certifications across emerging and in-demand domains like generative AI and emerging technologies, HR and learning and development, project management and agile Scrum, ISO and quality management, information security. Each GSDC certification is designed to empower professionals with confidence and help organizations stay competitive in a fast-changing landscape. Every certification is crafted with insights from 100-plus global advisory board members representing top universities and leading industry experts. Our certified professionals are trusted by 500-plus multinational companies, which help unlock better roles, faster promotions, and delivering cutting-edge expertise. We partner with 100-plus authorized training partners and 50-plus universities, supporting talent across all career levels, from entry-level to executive leadership. As a GSDC member, you gain lifelong access to interactive webinars, hands-on workshops, SME panels, and global summits. Join a vibrant community of 25,000-plus members and be part of our global events. Check our reviews on Trustpilot. We're trusted worldwide for quality, support, and impact. Whether you're aiming higher or building tomorrow's talent, GSDC is your partner in purposeful growth and impactful leadership. Visit our website to explore our offerings. GSDC, share the best practices and learn from the best practices. Welcome to the Global Skill Development Council, your gateway to digital transformation. We are an independent, vendor-neutral ISO IEC 1024 accredited certification body committed to helping individuals and organizations stay future-ready in a rapidly evolving world. GSDC is accredited by the Accreditation Board for International Certification Bodies, ABICB. For 10 years, we've certified more than 100,000 professionals across Europe, North America, Asia, and Africa, with our offices in Switzerland, the United States, and Singapore. Our programs are recognized by leading publications and podcasts, including Forbes, Tech Target, People Managing People. We offer 100-plus globally accredited certifications across emerging and in-demand domains like generative AI and emerging technologies, HR and learning and development, project management and agile Scrum, ISO and quality management, information security. Each GSDC certification is designed to empower professionals with confidence and help organizations stay competitive in a fast-changing landscape. Every certification is crafted with insights from 100-plus global advisory board members representing top universities and leading industry experts. Our certified professionals are trusted by 500-plus multinational companies, which help unlock better roles, faster promotions, and delivering cutting-edge expertise. We partner with 100-plus authorized training partners and 50-plus universities, supporting talent across all career levels, from entry-level to executive leadership. As a GSDC member, you gain lifelong access to interactive webinars, hands-on workshops, SME panels, and global summits. Join a vibrant community of 25,000-plus members and be part of global events. Check our reviews on Trustpilot. We're trusted worldwide for quality, support, and impact. Whether you're aiming higher or building tomorrow's talent, GSDC is your partner in purposeful growth and impactful leadership. Visit our website to explore our offerings. GSDC, share the best practices and learn from the best practices.
Hello everyone, my name is Pratibha and I'll be your moderator today. So, a very warm welcome to all of you. And if you have any query at any point or if you want to know more regarding the GSDC, please feel free to use the chat box. Just allow me a minute to share my screen. Meanwhile, please do let us know from where you guys are watching. We would be happy to know that. So, on behalf of the Global Skill Development Council, I'm truly delighted to welcome you all into the GSDC AI implementation series, a hands-on webinar series especially designed for managers and professionals like you so that you can not just learn but you can also apply what you take away. And one of the things which make this webinar so interesting is the amazing expert of panel we have lined up for you. Some of them have already delivered a very incredible and insightful sessions, and others are all set to bring in more powerful ideas. Here's a little spoiler. So we are continuously adding more speaker into our panel. We are also making December sessions and January sessions according to the trendy skills which you are going to news into the 2026. So you want to know how you can grab a spot? Well, hang tight till today's end of the session and I'll be telling you the details then. So for those who have come joined with us for a very first time, let me give you a quick introduction who we are. Global Skill Development Council is a globally recognized certification body. We are accredited by ABICP. Till yet, we have a 250,000 professionals certified with us. Currently, we are associated with 500 plus subject matter experts and 100 plus training providers all over the world. We are also associated with 1,000 plus multinational companies and 50 plus university worldwide. We are very proud to be associated with our media partner WordPress Hub to all of our press releases and event releases, also for helping us amplify our initiative and reach it to the wider global audience. So I just wanted to make a quick announcement that we have just launched a very unique platform called GSDC AI Studio, Lifelong Learning Initiative. In this, you will be getting the 100 plus live monthly session with global expert, which include the 4 daily sessions, 45-minute live expert lead sessions for hands-on learning, sessions from global expert. You can learn directly now from our AI leaders around the world. Real-time practice, apply concept immediately and get your question answered right away, and certification ready. You will be getting the training aligned with industry standard for job ready skills. Now, do you want to know how you can get the benefit of GSDC AI Studio? Well, let me tell you. So there are 3 ways for that. First, you have a free 14-day access in which you will be getting the 80 plus live session per month and access to full GSDC Studio. Second, you have a GSDC lifelong membership. You will be upgrading to Pro in $109 and you'll be getting 80 plus live session per month, access to full GSDC Studio, free GSDC membership, access to physical event, LinkedIn profile improver. Last but not the least, we have GSDC certification plus lifetime membership. Now, participant, this offer is for a very limited time of period, so make sure you're taking the advantage of it because it is starting from $100 and you're going to get the lifetime access of GSDC certification, all benefits of lifetime membership, personalized coaching, capstone projects plus AI tool, GSDC Copilot, and competency assessment tool. Now, currently we are covering 100% certification in our portfolio, which include the learning and development, HR, Gen AI, agentic AI, emerging technologies, ISO lead auditor and implementer, project management and PMO, Agile DevOps and SRE, cybersecurity, digital transformation, and many more. So once you get certified with the GSDC, you just don't walk away with the certification. You also become a member of our community, which comes with the GSDC membership benefit, which is including the lifelong membership, certification upgrade, workshop boot camps, learning club access, also the full benefit of GSDC AI Studio, and many more. So now it's time to welcome our today's speaker, Rutvik. Rutvik Shetty, I'm sorry guys, just allow me a minute to do this in a correct mode. So I really apologize for the mistake over here. So Rutvik Shetty is a global AI innovator, innovation and advisor and solution architect. Rutvik is also who transformed complex AI concept into tangible business outcomes with a master's in artificial intelligence from the universities of Survey. Rutvik has delivered breakthrough results across space technologies, healthcare, and real-time conversational AI. He improved space debris tracking accuracy by 30% at ERETS London, developed a 72% accurate cardiac prediction algorithm for healthcare application, and engineered voice AI agents. Whether it's extending 2D gens to 3D mesh generations, achieving 90% accuracy in vehicle re-identification, or automating complex workflows, Rutvik bridges the gap between cutting edge AI innovation and real world business impact. And today he is going to lead the session on building agentic AI on autonomous system with hands-on use cases. So before handing over the virtual mic, just a quick reminder. If you have any query regarding the GSDC initiative or AI Studio, or if you want to connect with the Ritvik regarding the session during any query or any question you want to ask, please feel free to use the chat box. Once again, don't be shy. Drop your quick reactions, emojis, and comments into the chat box. That's where we know you are with us and you are actively listening and absorbing from this insightful sessions. And before that, I just wanted to make a reminder that we are going to make some announcement, which is a $400 worth gift certification voucher till end of today's session. So well, hang tight till end of that. And now it's time to welcome Rutvik on our platform. Rutvik, thank you so much for coming on our platform. We are very honored to have you as a speaker. The stage is all yours.
Hello, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, guys, from all of the place that you are from. And thank you, Pratibha, for this amazing introduction. I'll just share my screen once. Just let me know if it's visible so that we can start. Yeah, I hope you can see the presentation.
Yes. Yes, Rutvik, it's
Perfect,
visible.
perfect. So let's start. Just a second. Okay, cool. Yeah. So today we are going to be talking about AI agents and automation systems, so that how autonomous systems, so that how can we make like have automation into our day-to-day lives using the agentic AI and stuff like that, right? So going ahead, um, I think earlier we have been discussing throughout the whole scenarios how the foundation of AI was created, where the AI came from, how is it been evolving today till today, and what all things have been going on in AI world. And we have also discussed about AI for businesses, where they can use it, what are the use cases, and how can they make their business profitable by using AI more and more into their workflows. Also, to mention better, we also had a small session over what the Gartner's Magic Quadrant talks about and looks like. So you can see that on the x-axis, you can see the completeness of the vision, uh, and on the y-axis, you can see the ability to execute. So on the least part comes the niche players who are, just to revise it once, so we should go through all of them. The niche players, they focus on a small segment and they're quite successful in those small segments, but they do lack vision and they all often get outperformed by a lot of competitors. Then comes challengers who are very good with the implementation part, the execution part. They have a large segment as well, but the thing that they lack is the vision for the future. After this comes the visionaries. Visionaries are the one who know about it. They know where the AI front is going, what would be the next thing that could be implemented, what would be the best thing to be implemented, and stuff like that. The only thing that visionaries lack is the executability of that particular use case, that particular scenario, and stuff. Okay. The best scenario for any company to have is to be the leaders board, right? The leaders, the ones who execute comparatively well today and is well positioned for tomorrow, right? They know about what use cases are going currently, what would be their future path, and they have great executability so they can execute well along the time span. Going ahead, talking about agentic AI, currently you must have heard a lot of people talking about agentic AI. The agentic AI has become this buzzword that everyone wants to talk about and everyone wants to implement in their business. But what really is agentic AI? This is what we want to talk about today and have a small demo to explain how things can be done in a very simpler way and automated manner. But before that, I want to talk about this AI adoption gap that we have currently going on in the market. And hence, this is the perfect time to get into agentic AI, going into AI agents and whatever Gen AI you can get implemented in those particular scenarios, right? So the current innovators, just like OpenAI, maybe there are 11 labs, then there is Gemini, and all these big players who are innovators, who are the providers for these particular services. They're going way ahead. They started with traditional AI, they went for Gen AI, then it went to AI agents, and then it went to agentic AI now. That's the buzzword that we are talking about. Then it went to ambient AI and neurosymbolic AI. So ambient AI is something that keeps being around you all the time. So Alexa, if it's listening continuously to you, performing actions over it, giving you ease of life, that becomes ambient AI. And then comes neurosymbolic AI. Whereas the consumers, that's us, that's the business, those people who are going to implement these kind of innovations into their current products, they are lacking behind. They are currently, maybe some companies are moving towards Gen AI. Few of them have already moved to AI agents, and some of them are actually moving towards agentic AI. Now, this gap is something is known as AI adoption gap, which is coined by Gardner, Gartner, and this is what this gap speaks about, right? So, moving further, why is agentic AI a buzzword? Gartner just released one of these LinkedIn posts that it said that in 2028, 33% of applications will be like in the future will be having agentic AI into them, which was just 1% in 2024. So in just literally 4 years, we are talking about 32% increase in just implementation of agentic AI into the ongoing applications and all the things, all the automations they want to put in agentic AI there in some or the other way. May that be a smallest job or the largest job they wanted to get done. Now, talking about it, I think today, each and every kid, grandparent, every Gen Z has used this Copilot. They have used ChatGPT from OpenAI, Gemini from Google, Claude from Anthropic, and all these different LLM models, the ChatGPT models, and all that stuff, right? But before we move ahead, I do want to correlate it with the DIWK evolution, which was coined in ITIL, which is also Information Technology Infrastructure Library, which is a framework for best practices for IT service management. It was coined back in 2000 first in its version 2, and it was again revisited in version 3 as well. So if you are coming from service management portfolios, you might quite relate with what I'm going to tell you about it. So the D in this DIWK stands for the data. Wanted to speak about it in the terms of, so data era started of back somewhere in 2000s, or even before that we have been collecting digital data, and now we are collecting in, I think 2022 we have been collecting petabytes of data now from customers. This data was something that was lying around. So data science was the one that shined in this data era. Then came the information era, where this data started making sense. People started making correlations, started making consolidations of what this might be and how this might be and how it can be connected. This is where the machine learning shined. This is where machine learning came in. This is where it started booming. Then came the knowledge era, where the AI systems came into play, where they started gaining knowledge, started giving answers over that knowledge, and started providing maybe better insights into that particular scenario or that particular information, or they started using that information. And then W standing for wisdom. Wisdom era is now. It is this present moment right now. This is where agentic AI is going to shine. because it has the knowledge, it has the information, it has the data, and plus it has the ability to take the actions over this particular thing. When I say able to take this particular action, let's talk about it even further. But before that, talking about context. Context is everything. Okay. Uh, you might have seen that you are using ChatGPT and you give a very long prompt and you write about a lot of things, right? And it most of the times give you precise answers. Sometimes you have to have more conversation with it, like I don't want this, I want this to be included, I don't want that, I want this to be included, that kind of stuff. So just a friendly exercise, you go wherever you're sitting, whenever you get free, just go to ChatGPT, write it that you want to write a friendly email, see what it gives, and keep in focus that you want to write an email to maybe your friend, your colleague, or maybe your boss, talking about or congratulating him or her about their promotion, right? That's what your goal is, end goal is. But let's start it with the dumbest prompt you can give. Write a friendly email. What is it gonna give you? Nothing. It's gonna be a random vague email with just a format with a subject or something, and just trying to make sense out of it. But now I defined it much more better. What if I said, write me a friendly email to Manish? Now, if you can see the difference, the subject changed. It started with Hey Manish. The hi there changed to Hi Manish. And it started including that particular Manish name into this particular email. But then now I want to give it much better prompt or much better context, I want to say, because this is the context that I'm giving about my situation, what I wanted to do. Sorry, excuse me. Write a friendly email to Manish congratulating him. But about what? I've not mentioned that. So it's going to write a very good email. It's going to congratulate him, but it's going to congratulate him on a very vague scenario. It's going to say, this is an amazing news. But what was the news? Nothing. Now I gave it more context. Write me a friendly email to Manish congratulating him for getting a promotion on 27th November and that he has great things ahead of him. Now this makes sense. Now the email sounds solid. Now you have 27th November included into it. Now Manish doesn't feel that I have just picked out an email from internet and given him. Now it becomes more specific. And this is just by changing or giving more and more context about the situation that I am in right now. This is what I want to say when I say context is everything. And this is what you are going to understand when I talk to you about what agentic AI is further. Initially, prompt engineering is something that people started learning because you needed a lot of guardrailing, you needed a lot of information, instruction to give to ChatGPT or any LLM for that matter. And that's what it was trying to bring up, the culture was trying to bring up. But then the context engineering came in. Context engineering is where you provide data from different sources, live data. Let's say you go to ChatGPT right now. Try this exercise as well. Go to ChatGPT right now. Search for what was the cricket score for, or what was the football score for today, whatever match it was there. Okay. See if it can give it to you. If you have a simple ChatGPT, not the paid version, just the simple one, most probably either you'll get the old scores, that's one. Second, it will just tell you that its knowledge base is constrained towards June 2024. This happens most of the times. You must have experienced it along the way or along the usage. That's where context engineering comes in because LLMs are trained over something or a massive data. But that massive data was till 2024. That's when it was trained. Now today is 2025. We are ending 2025 almost. We are on the last month of it. Now what? Now I want the right answer. I want the latest answer. I can't live with the old scenario. That's where context comes in. That's where I provided that these are the news. These are the scores on the internet. Now provide the answer to the customer. Now provide a better solution to the customer. That's where context engineering would come in. Hence, prompt engineering, I don't want to say fading as in fading. It's just something that now the focus is changing towards context engineering. How do you provide information to LLMs that would be helpful and latest for the customer? Now, what is agentic AI? Let's let's take a simple example. Okay, as I said, everyone used Copilot, everyone used OpenAI, ChatGPT, and stuff. Uh, you can see that it can give you suggestions. Okay, if I say I want to add an Instagram post, okay, how do I add it? It will tell you open the application. On the left top corner, you'll see a add button. Click on that. Go ahead, select a photo you want to post, edit it a bit, post it, press this button, press that, write a caption, this, that. It might even give you the caption for the photo if you give it the photo. And you must be using it for making presentation, documentation, and a lot of stuff. Okay. But these LLMs or these AI models or these chat GPTs are someone who do not have the hands and legs to act upon it. They can suggest, they can be great assistants to you. They can't be the action takers for you. That's what the initial chat GPT was, initial Claude was, initial Gemini was. Now, when we are talking about agentic AI, that's where this power, the hands and legs are attached to this particular brain. Let's consider ChatGPT as a brain. Okay, it has the information, it knows what to do, it tells you what to do, but it just can't do it. That's where agentic AI comes in. Now, even Copilot has inculcated agents into it, Claude has inculcated agents into it, and these agents are much more the flow agentic AI needs, right? So when talking about the AI models, the LLM models, we had Copilot, Claude, GPT. Now, when we are talking about agentic AI, we have providers or maybe the people who let you do these things easily. So we have low code, no code platforms like n8n, Zapier, and then we have coding platforms which give you much more flexibility over what you want to do in the automation, like LangChain, LangGraph, and much more. These are the ones which are quite famous right now. n8n has become famous because it is open source, everyone can use it, have it on their own laptop, and furthermore, they can be much more helpful when you get the gist of it or get the knack of it. Moving further, let's take a use case now. Okay, this is the fun part. This is the demo we want to look into. Okay, so the use case that we want to talk about is competitors research. Okay, let's just imagine for everyone that we are CEOs of company. Maybe someone of you is already a CEO of company, or an entrepreneur. We are a CEO of company, and what I want to do every morning is read about what my competitors are doing. Are they going with the same trajectory as I am? Am I facing a competition at a particular product, a particular feature that I have in my product? Am I going to compete them, or they are already way ahead of me in that particular scenario? Or can I get inspiration from them? Okay, that's why I want to read something about them. So what do I do? What is the best scenario that a human can do? So how it typically works is that I keep identifying and maintaining a list of all my competitors. Like maybe it's an Excel sheet that I have about all the competitors that I have. Okay. Then I'll go on the internet and search for each competitor one by one. See if there is any new article out about them, if they have published anything on their website, or anything for that matter. And then because I want this data with me safe, so that whenever I revisit, I know what I was looking into or what I want to read about more, I have to consolidate it. Once consolidated, I'm sorry, very sorry. Once consolidated, I want to curate that information, clean it, make it concise, and maybe I want to email it. And I want to email it to maybe two or three of my colleagues. So the last step comes as emailing it. This is the same scenario I would be talking about today, and how we can automate this so that it makes your job easy. And think about it. How much time would this take for you? If, let's say, you have 10 competitors, each competitor is at least going to take 30 minutes out of your whole day. And that comes up to be, I think, 5 hours, 5 hours for you. 5 hours invested into just knowing what your competitor is doing. Whereas I could just have a guy who can do it for me. And every morning I can read that email. But then why hire someone for a task like this? This is something you would be able to do on your own. This is where our agentic flow is going to come. Okay. So I'll be switching from my presentation toward the actual implementation. I hope this is visible to you guys as well. If not, just let Pratibha know. She'll let me know as well. Okay. So perfect. Now, this workflow is something about those steps that we talked about or that I mentioned earlier, just automated. Okay. So the first node that we talk about is this scheduler. The scheduler is something that after every interval is going to keep triggering this particular flow. So every 1 minute it's going to click it, say, now check it once. Is there any update? Every next minute it's again going to go and see whether there is any update. Now, because it's a competitive research, not every minute everything is going to be new, but maybe every day I want it, or maybe every 15 days I want it. This is that scheduler. That this scheduler, once clicked, you can have whether you want it per minute, per 15 minutes, per month, per hour, per day, or it can be a custom job altogether. Now, this platform that I'm showing you is N10, which is locally hosted on my laptop. I'm not using their paid subscription for now. It is hosted on my laptop, and I'm just making it run or making it happen so that I can give the demo to you. Now, once this scheduler runs, the first thing it does is get competitors. That's what this particular step is. What it does exactly is I have my competitors list in a Google Sheet. Okay, so a simple sheet. I have company name as the title, and I have three companies mentioned here, maybe Udemy, Coursera, HCL, and I can write n number of those in here. Okay, what this particular node does, if we look into it, okay, so whenever this particular trigger node gets triggered or is triggered, what I can show you before going ahead is, let's say I want to take this particular scenario here. Okay. And I want to trigger it right now. What it will do is it got triggered immediately because I wanted it to do it immediately. It went to get my competitors. And now if you open this node, you can see that row number 2 has Udemy, row number 3 has Coursera, and row number 4 has HCL. So this particular node was able to go to Google Sheets, process that sheet, and get me the right rows and right data from it. Okay. To go into depth, what I have done before getting here is added my Google account, connected my Google account to this particular platform, signed in with Google, and hence it once got connected. And I had to turn on few things here and there, which is exactly mentioned on YouTube. I can even share those links after the session so that you guys can also try and implement, which is very easy for that matter. And you can go ahead as well. So this is what I used to connect my account, Google account, to my N10 flow. The second thing that I did was the operation that I want to do. The operation that I wanted to do was get the rows of my Excel sheet. So I wanted to get each row wherever there is information. So now just to show you an example, let's say I add my name here, okay, for that matter. And then I go again and I execute it again immediately. And then I go into it, and then I don't see anything. Amazing. Uh, just to let it save. Once it gets saved, and now I execute it, and now I have Rutvik here. Okay, so this is how it works. This is how instantaneous it can be. You can keep updating your competitors list, and whenever next it runs, it's going to add that competitors information into your whatever email it's going to send you. So coming back, let's erase this so that we do not get my information again. I think Pratibha talked about it a lot earlier. Thank you about that again. So anyways, now that we have this information about my competitors who I want to know about every day, maybe. Now these I am sending it to Perplexity. What Perplexity is going to do? Now Perplexity as well. What I've done is created an account on Perplexity, created an API key. Again, very easy. I'll share a YouTube video with you how this can be connected. This is the particular key that you get from Perplexity. That's what you add it in here. And now, once you have added that, you select what you want to do. So you just select then you want to message a model, whichever model you want. Do you want to do deep research, pro, reasoning pro, whatever your budget is. Mine is less. So just the basic one. Okay. Now, what this N10 or these agentic flow platforms have that can help you is this particular scenario. So you got the initial data. So this particular node send out. So these are inputs. This is an output. This is what this particular node outputted, the row and the competitor. Now, when I go to Perplexity, I see the input as the node, whatever the initial node gave me, the row number and the competitor. Now, what I am telling Perplexity to do, my gosh, it's very hard to pronounce. So yeah, what I'm telling it is I'm conducting a market research, find important competitor insight about. So this is what is very important, right? Now, this is not something you need to remember. Let's say I don't have it here, but I want these company names to be placed here. So I'll just drag it, drop it, and I'll have it here again. Okay, that's how simple it is. So whatever information that is going to be dynamically coming from the initial node and you want it to be utilized by this particular current node, you can just have this input. Maybe I want a row number somewhere. I can add a row number as well by dragging and dropping it. So you can just drag it, drop it here, and you can have that latest information in this particular place. Now, talking about it, let's implement this particular or let's execute this particular node. Okay. Now, when executing this, it might take time because there are three people or three competitors it has to look for, consolidate certain information, and on ChatGPT you can see the answers coming very fast because you see one word at a time coming and showing you. But because there's no capability that one word can come in at one time, it's going to collect the whole answer. Once that is collected, generated at its end, then it's going to send us. Now, as we have the response, there are multiple things it's going to respond you with. Okay. This is whole thing that Perplexity has given us about these three particular players. Okay. Now, if you go and look into it, read more into it, you can see there are citations. So whatever information it looked for particular Udemy. So let's say it's Udemy. So you can see community.udemy.com. It got some citations from there. There was maybe EdTech Innovation Hub. There is a news regarding Udemy CEO outline something, but it had Udemy in it. So it got it as a citation as well. And a lot of things you can see, a lot of information you can see that is coming from online platforms, and you have citations for those. Now, when I want doing my research, I want to back it with solid truth. Hence, the citations are important. Perplexity is very good at providing you citations and giving you the right information and latest one for that matter. So now what Perplexity did for us, or this particular node did for us, was take this particular 4 entries, went to Perplexity, asked for information, got information about them with the prompt that we have given, and now we have that particular information going out of Perplexity. Now I want to consolidate this. I searched over so I got my competitors list. Rather than going one by one over the internet, I gave it to Perplexity. It did it for me, gave me the results for each one of them. Now I want to consolidate, or I want to make sense of this information that Perplexity has sent me. So now this is my input, right? A lot of information. I don't want this much information. I don't need how much token I used, how much it costed. Maybe it would be a future scenario that I want to know how much each of my email is costing me. But right now, my scenario is I just need citations, I just need content. That's what this particular scenario is doing. It's looking into this particular JSON. It is a simple way for developers to understand things or the structure of things. And this citation is something it is picking up. Plus, that's where it is going here. And the second thing that's going is the message and the content. So if this whole scenario, whatever these things are, and I execute this step, it's going to compress this information into the relevant parts that I really need. So this is the content that I got. It has all the citations into it here. Now this came for Udemy. The content is for Udemy, right? These citations are for Udemy. Now comes to Coursera. This content is for Coursera. Then the citations are for Coursera. So it's every competitor one at a time, their information, content, and their citations. Now, once I have these citations, I want to consolidate, aggregate them together so that I can send a better email, right? So that's what we do in the next step. What I'm trying to do is take everything, aggregate them into one single variable, one single parameter called data, and that's what it's doing. Because it was content, citation, content, citation, content, citation. Now I have a consolidated information inside a data. I can say data 1, 2, 3, execute it again, and it will be data 1, 2, 3. For now, just data. Okay. Now, once I have that data, now I want to use ChatGPT to use its best model, maybe GPT-5, GPT Mini, 5 Mini, whatever. And I want to tell it that, okay, this is the information I got from Perplexity about my competitors. And these are the citations. Now do one thing, consolidate this information in a email fashion so that I can send an email out, right? That's what my purpose is. So this is what I have given the purpose to this particular GPT model, that you are a Perplexity result formatter. You're just going to format that result. Your task is to create a clean, uniform competitor monitoring report based on provided Perplexity. Maybe there are a few things that you might have to add more. You have to add a few more guard railings. And this is, by the way, this is where prompt engineering is coming in play. But hence, fading was not the exactly right word. It is lessening and lessening day by day, but it's not going to go away right away. But this information or this step or this process of providing context data, maybe coming from Excel sheet, then maybe adding it more information, more flair into it, more glitter into it by Perplexity, by getting more information onto it, and then giving it to ChatGPT. Now I want this ChatGPT to give me an email format. So now I'll just execute that particular one step. Okay. Now again, ChatGPT is going to take some time to get back to me with all this information, maybe an HTML format, which would be much better seen or reflected over email. That's what it's going to do. Okay. Just let's give it a minute or so. I hope it comes sooner than I expect it to be there. It's not a lot of information, hopefully. So yeah, anyways, so while it's doing that, this is how a whole scenario of agentic AI workflow works, right? Now that we have this information, if you could see, it will give again a plethora of information about which model was used, when was it created. It will give the whole content about how this email should look like and stuff like that. Okay. Now I want to make a proper HTML out of it, right? So the only thing that I did was whatever ChatGPT gave me, I gave it to markdown this particular node markdown to HTML, which will convert this particular email in an HTML format so that it looks better over a particular email that is sent to you, right? So I'm just going to execute this step. Now you can see everything looks almost the same. Okay. The only thing that has been added is this new key, destination key, which is called data. And now this data has the whole email written in an HTML format. Okay. And next, what we are going to do is use the send email node. The only thing it has to do, or it can do, is send an email over to anyone for that matter. Now, right now, we have a very maybe solid email ID that it's not getting dynamically changed. Tomorrow you can change it dynamically. Again, maybe that variable is coming to you from somewhere else. So we have all of these informations. Okay, we still have them in our cluster. If there is an email ID mentioned somewhere, or I want to send each competitor the research that I am doing over them, what I can do, I can go to get competitors. Maybe I can add email ID into it as well. And I can just add and drop this here so that I can get that particular company name here as well. But for now, I don't need this. We need to send an email to me. Okay. Now once that is done, I want to execute it. Now, what is as an input to it? There's a lot of data, the whole HTML and everything. And now I'm going to execute this step. Okay. Once I execute this, it's going to shoot me an email. Hopefully I get a notification. If I don't, I'm just gonna go to show you my email. Okay, just a second. Yeah, this is the email that I have. I think this is from earlier as a sample. I'll get the next one as well soon. Anyways, so with Udemy, not a lot of information that had to be updated. But with Coursera, there were a lot of things that it had as an update, whatever they are doing latest, whatever the citation URLs were, and everything like that. So this is exactly what I would like in the morning to have in front of me so that I can look into it, I can read about it. Maybe if one of these articles I like something about it, I can share it with my colleagues over the email itself and complete the whole process. So coming back to the whole automation part. Now, this is what I have been doing one step at a time. But if I do this, it's going to go one by one, complete each step at a time. It's going to do it autonomously. And because I have a scheduler here, every morning it's going to schedule this whole process, going to do these same things for these same competitors if I don't update that list. And then it's going to shoot me an email after a while saying that this is what I researched about and this is something you would like to know, or this is something you would be pleasures to have. Okay. So as I showed you, it takes time most of the time. So it's going to go slowly, steadily ahead, and it's going to have this particular thing running in no time. I hope that was a very clear understanding of how things are, how agentic AI works. This is exactly how agentic AI is. What agentic AI is, we are just giving these LLMs, maybe Perplexity, maybe ChatGPT, the tools, the right information, the right context data to give you the right amount of information and precisely on point. So yeah, this is agentic AI. Again, it did send me an email. I would have it in my mailbox, and that's how you perform agentic AI. Now you would have a lot of different providers which do this low code, no code platforms. I am using NetN. You can use Zapier. You can use maybe Lovable. There are much more of those no code, low code platforms. And if you are into development, you need coding, you need much more deep dive into it. You must need much more implementation into it or customization into it. Please go through LangChain, LangGraph. These are also frameworks that provide agentic AI. Just the thing is they need coding. These ones like Neten and stuff, they are low code, no code. You can just drag and drop, connect them once, and they'll keep active and keep going, and you'll be able to update it, change it whenever and however you want it to be. So further uses that you can explore is you can use it in finance. You can have balance sheet reconciliation agent. Maybe whenever an email comes with a balance sheet, you can reconcile it, check it whether everything is matching or not, and then send it or send a reply ahead saying that maybe this is not matching. This is something it went off. You can use it in human resources. Whenever someone on LinkedIn is texting you that, hey, I think the job you have posted would be right fit for me, and send you a resume, you don't want to sit and check his resume and then check with your job description what you have written and then consolidate those and see whether he's the right fit or not. You can just have an automation where the message comes in, you automate it well enough that you read that resume, the PDF out of it, you compare it with the job description that he's talking about, and then you can have whether yes or no into your Excel sheet or email ID or wherever you want that data to be. So you can use it in human resources for recruitment assistance as well, in customer service as well. And customer service is something where I have been actively trying to use it, and it would be something that I would love to see it grow, and it is growing for that matter in this particular sector. So what you can do is, let's say you are a person who is categorizing the support tickets. People are sending, let's say, hundreds of tickets that over the day, and you are segregating between whether it is a login issue, whether it is a cloud issue, or whatever it is, and then you are sending it to the right people. Now here's where you can again use automation or this agentic AI, where you can provide it the right information about the employees, which can handle those particular problems very efficiently. And whenever those kind of emails comes in, you can just scrutinize it, let ChatGPT take the decision, maybe take the decision of whom to send it to, and then send that email out to that particular person. That would be reducing your time and your developers' time and everyone's time for that matter, and even increase customer satisfaction. Even in IT support agents, so it's the same as I think I messed up a bit. So I was talking about IT support agents right now. In customer service, when it comes to personalized cross sell or upselling the agent, it's talking about, so let's say you are a sales agent at a company, and you want to upsell something to your customers, right? But you want your customer's information. Now you just met him, or you're just calling him, you just know his name, maybe his LinkedIn profile or something like that. So you need a profiler who goes to his LinkedIn profile, sees what he does, and sees what you want to market, and then gets all that information and tells you few, maybe 10 good points about what you can speak about. Maybe he's interested in dogs, maybe he's interested into cats, maybe something like that. And then I can talk to you about in that scenario. Okay, so that's what personalized cross sell or upsell agent is. I'm very sorry, got lost into the whole conversation. Then comes legal automated contract review agents. What they can do is they can just go through your whole contracts, whatever legal contracts your company has, whatever feels questionable to your company, whatever stands against your company's policies, whatever is not very good for your company. That kind of scenarios can also be automated, and in the legal perspective as well. So these are a few use cases, yeah, that you can explore further and deep dive into it with agentic AI. Talking about shortfalls and overcoming them. Okay, now let's say some of you are leaders, some of you are CEOs, some of you are managers, some of you are just entrepreneurs, or some of you are employees. Okay, the thing that happens with is happening already with agentic AI and this AI. So currently, Amazon's employees send this open letter to the CEO, flagging a lot of issues regarding the AI rollouts. Okay, they talked about the issues about global warming. They talked about the issues of unemployment and a lot of stuff like that. Okay, but these are the things that how you can tell or what you can tell employee if unemployment is their fear, if they feel that this is going to take my job, then the answer that you have to give them is it's not going to replace. Okay, an AI won't replace a human 100%, I'll say. Okay, a human should be in the loop. In earlier stages he should be in the loop always for any answer for that matter. And these automations are just making their job easier. So if we just the earlier use case that we talked about, the customer support, the IT support agent, the only thing that we are doing is we are making the manager's job easy. The manager who needed to know all his team members, all the 30 people of his team, know plus points and negative points of each one of them, and then he had to read through those 100 tickets every morning and then assign them to those 30 people one by one, knowing their availability and all that thing. That's what we are reducing. The cluster in his mind, that's what we are reducing. So even if that reduces by 30-40%, he has a plethora amount of time, an amazing amount of time which he can use it to do much better things at the organization. And organizations are not willing to implement agentic AI just to remove the employees. They are doing it so that they can make their employees' life easier. That's how this has to be overcome. Also, by Gartner, this is what one more thing they have talked about recently, but that by 2028,
Hi,
40%
Rutvik.
of
I'm really sorry for the interruption. We have
yeah,
to wrap up the session in 5 minutes,
sure,
then we have to take your question.
sure,
Thank you.
sure. This is the last slide. Yeah. Okay. So by 2028, Gartner says that 40% of the employees will be trained and coached by AI when entering new roles. Okay, and uh, which would be like less than 5% today. Like we were at 5% today. Now we'll be at 40, maybe by 2028. So this is the kind of things that would be helping you and as an organization to move ahead. So thank you guys. This is the end of this session, and I'm very glad that you listened to me blabber about it. And amazing agentic AI flows. I will be looking forward to know from you whatever you guys do. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rutvik, for the amazing and insightful sessions. I'm sure our participants have learned a lot. So, participant, the floor is officially open for the question answer now. So please feel free to use the chat box. So, Ritvik, the first question we have from Rajshekhar. He
Mm-hmm.
wants to know how to create the local host in our laptop. Also, which paid tool is used for creating these workflows.
Okay. So if you want to create a local host, NetM does provide its Docker image, which you can host over your particular laptop. You do not need a very heavy laptop for it as well, because everything is handled by APIs. So you can just have NetM. Even for paid tools, NetN does support cloud as well. So they do provide the paid subscription for it. And also there is Lovable and few more that can do that for you as well.
Thank you so much for those detailed and thoughtful answer, Rutvik. So
Mhm.
the next question we have from Reginald. is a button provided to start the process, just in case if you want to run the workflow outside of the scheduled time. For example, if it is set to run automatically at 8 a.m. every one morning, but you have just heard some breaking news about a competitor and you want to check the competitors now, so can you click a button to run the task manually?
Sure. So the task can be done manually as well. You can have a manual trigger over NA10 or any flow for that matter. And even you can connect it maybe with your WhatsApp or maybe your Telegram chatbot and say that, okay, now I just recently heard this news. Can you again generate that report for me? And you can have that kind of triggers as well. So you'll find out there are a lot of triggers into these automation flows that you can utilize without just having the scheduled time. I hope that answered.
Thank you so much for the amazing answer, Rutvik. So the next
Mhm.
question we have from Krishna Murthy. How can we use agentic AI for crowd analysis in public safety and which framework to use?
Okay. I am not very sure about what do you mean by crowd analysis. But let's say, I mean, let's say you have I think computer vision. I think this is something related to computer vision from your end. When you want to analyze a crowd and do a public safety where there is a lot of crowd, you want to segment those or something. The only thing that you can perform with agentic AI is use computer vision, find out where there are clustered crowded sections, give that location points towards your agentic flow, and let that agentic flow manage which teams are closer to that cluster and can manage that crowded area much better and send them those notifications. So the agentic AI would be just playing a role of getting the information from the camera where it is and then sending it to the right team so that they can take actions over it. But then you again need human intervention to take those actions in that crowded place.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for the thoughtful answer, Rutvik.
Hmm.
So, I really apologize to all of the participants. Will not be able to take more question as we are running out of the time. But I'm sharing Rutvik's LinkedIn ID into the chat box for your convenience, guys, so that you can connect with him directly. If you have any query or if you need any assistance, I'm sure Rutvik would be happy to help you out. Right, Rutvik?
Yeah, perfect. That sounds great.
Thank Thank you so much, Rutvik. So let's
Thank
move
you.
ahead with the session. So the moment you have been all waiting for, today's AI tool challenge. So today your mission is to use Gen AI to build an intelligence email routing and support ticket classification system that automatically categorize customer requests, identifies urgency levels, and assign them to the right team member. Your goal is to understand how AI can transform manual support workflows into automated and efficient supports. So I'm sharing this AI tool challenge into the chat box for your convenience, guys, so that you don't miss out. And when you're completing this challenge and posting onto the LinkedIn, please make sure you're tagging the GSDC, because while tagging the GSDC, you guys are giving us a chance to follow your journey and cheer for you from every step of the way. And we are so happy to see so many participants are actively taking part into our challenge. And while posting out on LinkedIn and tagging the GSDC, they are making sure that we are able to track their progress and share from them for every step of the way. Also, the winner will get a $400 worth gift certification voucher at the end of the AI Tool Challenge webinar. So please make sure you're also taking the part into the challenge and posting it on LinkedIn and tagging the GSDC. So I wanted to make a quick announcement before wrapping up the session. So as I say this into every webinar from last few weeks, and actually we are getting so many like DMs from our participants on from the other people who are using this utility tool, that they have gotten many of the gotten have got job after using this utility tool. And the reason was utility tool gave them recommendation according to the job designation they were targeting and industry they were targeting, how to transform their profile and how to make their resume ATS AI screening ready. So as today in today's AI era, every professional is taking the help from the AI to make their working journey even more easier. HRs and recruiters are also one of the people who are taking the help from AI screening system to screen the resume for sending into the interview process, because they do actually get a lot of resumes on a daily basis. So now it is easier to do the screening from AI for them. But that is also one of the biggest reason that most of the candidates profile are getting rejected, even though after having the skills and experience. So what you can do, you can take the help of utility tool. By logging into utility tool with your LinkedIn ID and password, it will access your LinkedIn account detail, and it will give you a recommendation for changing your profile, your bio, your experience management and everything according to your the job designation you're targeting and the industry you're targeting, and it will make your profile ready for the AI screening ATS system. But we are also giving a complimentary coupon code to all of our participants, which will give you 100% off for using this tool. I'm sharing the coupon code link into the chat box for your convenience, guys, so that you don't miss out. So when everyone is taking the help of AI, why you're not? Take the help of utility tool, use the coupon code link, get 100% off, and make your job hunting journey even more easier. Stand out your resume in front of the HRs and recruiters. Also, if you guys are ready to take the certification into the Gen AI, Agentic AI, so you can opt the certification from our website now, and we are giving a complimentary coupon code for the certification as well, which will give you a 20% off. I am sharing the coupon code link into the chat box so that you don't miss out. So if you think now you can get a certification, you're completely ready for it, go into our GSDC website, opt for the certification, use the coupon code link, and get a 20% off for opting the certification. And before wrapping up, I just wanted to make an announcement regarding the upcoming event. So tomorrow also we are going to have one more session for AI implementation series from 1st December to 5th December. And the timing is 7:30 a.m. Central, 9:30 p.m. Singapore, and 7 p.m. Indian timing. So as today we had an amazing session with Rutvi, we are also going to have one more insightful session tomorrow with Miles. So I'm hoping to see you all tomorrow as well. And another webinar is going to conduct after this, so which is going to be started actually within 5 to 10 minutes. That is applying ISO 42001 and ISO 2701 across industry. So if you are ISO enthusiastic people, I would strongly recommend you to join this webinar. The registration link you can find into the chat box. I have already shared with you guys, and I'm sharing it one more time so that you don't miss out if you want to join for this webinar. And if I talk about the timing of this webinar, so that is going to be 8:30 a.m. Central Time, 10:30 p.m. Singapore time, and 8 p.m. Indian timing. So this is the registration link for this webinar. Please do join if you are a ISO enthusiastic, and you will be able to learn a lot from our expert speaker. And I believe I have forgotten a slide, so I really apologize for that because it's Monday, Monday blues. There is a lot of chaotic things are going on. So we are also conducting the learning and development webinar also after the ISO, and we have changed the learning and development webinar timing also now, because we were getting the suggestions from our participant that there were many of the participants who wanted to join the ISO, AI, and L&D, all three of the webinar. So that's why now we have kept the separate timing. After the ISO webinar will be completed, the learning and development webinar is going to be there, which will be at 9:30 a.m. Central Time, 11:30 p.m. Singapore time, and 9 p.m. Indian time. I'm sharing the learning and development webinar registration link also. So if you want to join, you can go onto this link, you can register yourself, and you can join for this webinar. I will be the host over there into the learning and development webinar. So I really hoping to see you all. And these are the platform where you guys can connect with us, our LinkedIn group, our website, our WhatsApp group. Also, we would love to hear your feedback. I always say this in every webinar, and I do personally check the feedbacks and suggestion from myself only on the website to see that how many participants are dropping the feedbacks and suggestions over there, right? So we would love to know how you are feeling about the sessions we are conducting for you. What are your session key takeaways, learning outcomes? How do you feel about the speakers, the topics, or if you have any topic in your mind which you want to cover, which you want to learn? So we would love to know that. So I'm sharing all of the platforms links along with the reviews.io link so that you can connect with us on the platform for upcoming trends and upcoming events, and you can drop your feedbacks and suggestion on reviews.io. And now it's time to celebrate our referral champions. So we have Leela, Saroj, and Dauda. Special thanks to all three of you for helping us simplify our initiative and reach out to the wider global audience. Keep the momentum going. So you can be also part of the one of the referral championship. What you have to do, if any of your peers, colleagues, and professionals wants to join for the webinar or any other webinar, you can either give them the registration link, which I have just shared into the chat box. Otherwise, you can find the registration link on our GSDC website, and every referral will earn you a point. So once you hit a $50 point, you will be able to get a free gift certification voucher. And with that, it's time to come to an event. Thank you so much once again, Rutvik, for the amazing and insightful sessions. We are very honored to have you as a speaker and looking forward to having you in the future sessions as well. Thank you so much to all of the participants for joining into our learning journey. And I'm hoping to see you all into the next webinar as well. Till then, keep learning, keep energizing. Have a good day, good night, good evening, wherever you are.